So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, where in today's video I wanted to sort of talk about the 9 map that we got, which is one of the new maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I don't want to call this video a reaction because it's not going to be a reaction. It's going to be more of my thoughts and opinion on this map, because obviously I've already seen the map. I did not record my reaction because of different issues that I had on the day when the reveal was on, like my internet going down, and I didn't have anything set up at the time because I thought I'd be live streaming my reactions. But anyway, didn't record my reactions. We're going to be talking about what I thought on my first watch on these, and then I'm going to be doing this again for tomorrow, or in tomorrow's video, for Voyage of Despair even. I was going to say Voyage of Despair, but Voyage of Despair will be tomorrow's video. Today's video will be 9. So without further ado, let's get into watching this trailer, and I'll just be talking over the top on my initial thoughts and whatnot. I'll talk a little bit more after the video about what I thought of it all in general, and then we'll go from there. But for now, I'm going to go into playing this video, and we'll be talking over the top. So as it comes in, I did not hear that at first. It was like a different universe and whatnot, so I was really confused. So I see these 4 new characters, and I noticed straight away it was alchemy. So I was like, okay, we've got some characters with alchemy. We've seen alchemy from the previous few days, from like the teasers and stuff. So I thought maybe, like Dr. Monty was in Black Ops 3 with the Gobble Gun, these guys will be the same. Like, it'll be 4 people rather than just 1 person. These guys will be like the people who chef up the alchemy for us in Black Ops 4. That obviously was most probably incorrect, because these are actually our 4 characters who actually have their names. I can't remember their names. I know one of them's called Bruno, one of them's called Scarlet. I can't remember the other 2 names at the top of my head. But we'll talk about names in another video. When I watched this, I was like a bit confused. They breathe the alchemy, they then transform or go into like another place or another body. So they could be in another body or in another place, similar to how in Infinite Warfare zombies, like they go from like one place to another in like different films. But now the characters are here. At first again I thought they were prisoners or something, I wasn't too sure. Then we see this guy with the mask who everyone thought was Baldwin. Turns out that it most probably is not Baldwin. At this point I noticed like the golden eagle in the background. I then also thought that this reminded me so much of like the Colosseum in Rome, which is what I think the map's trying to be based around, with the whole Roman numeral, the Roman numerals, yeah, that's the one. Being based around Roman numerals and having like IX with the number 9. So they chain up this guy right here, some sort of prisoner. And we're seeing quite a lot of human characters as well. We don't really see humans that much in zombies, but here we're seeing so many. Holds up this little trophy thing, and whatever that is, he then eventually connects them together, and in only something I can describe as the reimagined summoning key. Because this basically looks like it has a lot of power. This guy who's in the middle, like Baldwin, he also has a lot of power. He uses this device to then, like, basically like infect people to turn them into zombies. At this point when I was going through the trailer, I was really confused. Again, I didn't hear the point when it said about the whole new character, the new storyline and stuff. So I thought this was related to like zombies that we know so far. But I was there thinking like, what about 115? What about, you know, this? And then it was afterwards when I found out that obviously this is a whole new character set, whole new like storyline altogether, new universe. See the zombies here, like attacking the characters, not the characters, but like, you know, people. Zombies attacking them, basically like new animations. If zombies can actually jump on you and stuff, I'm not too sure. But it looks really cool, new way the zombies are moving, with the inside of zombies anyway. And basically the gladiators, or our characters, using like shields, axes, like melee weapons. No use of the guns though, that I can remember anyway. No use of the guns whatsoever. It's just all like these cool looking axes and whatnot, swinging them, you know, whatever you do with it. Then that guy in the middle there, he's like prisoner, just being held up like that, and then eventually like this big monster just, you know, pops out. Whatever that thing is, it's got a huge sack on its back, breathing out this weird sick thing, and that's it. That's the end of the zombies trailer. So to be fair, right now I did just talk about what we saw, but in all honesty, like, I was a little bit shocked when I first watched this. I was really confused as to what's happening. I want to talk a little bit more into detail about a few things. So first of all, You see this guy who is not Baldwin, or apparently isn't Baldwin. This guy with the golden mask. You see him, and he has like these artifacts that he puts together. And when he puts them together, it creates this mist that turns like some people into zombies, but not everyone. So he's in like this little bubble thing when it happens, and when he's inside the bubble, you would imagine that he's safe because the bubble is almost like a protective surface or something. But this then begs the question of, if he's safe inside with like probably the one or two other people who's inside with him, then why, like, it turns some people into zombies but not everyone? So the people in the crowd were safe and the people who were our four characters were safe, who were like the prisoners. Why did it not infect all these people? Has it got something to do with the mask that they're all wearing? So the people in the audience are all wearing masks. The guy in the middle is wearing a mask, like the important dude, he's wearing a mask. Like all these people are wearing masks, but then the people infected I don't think were wearing masks. So it really makes me think, does the mask have some sort of like protective agent to it, or, you know, something like that? So that was my first thought of why some people were infected, why other people were not infected. And that's something I wanted to bring up. I might make a video upon this, maybe go a little bit more into depth and maybe bring up a theory or something about that. But I just thought it was really cool, and that was something I picked up on almost immediately. Another thing I want to talk about is the boss zombie. It's not going to be the Easter egg ending boss fight, boss zombie, if we have boss fights. I'm pretty sure I've heard Jason before saying that in the trailers that he releases for zombies, he would never ever put a boss zombie, like the end-all boss zombie, into the trailer. And to be fair, like, I sort of like the fact that he wouldn't do that. In Infinite Warfare, he did that quite a few times. It ruined the end boss because like we knew who the boss was straight away. It sort of like ruined the hype a bit of going up and going, oh my god, like Jesus Christ, like, you know, sort of feeling to the map. The first time we saw the Eisendrache Keeper, like, I think everyone was just like shocked as to see not only the first boss fight, but also something so huge within zombies. This thing's pretty tall, it looks pretty big anyway, like a huge thing comes out of someone that's half the size of him, so, you know, that's pretty interesting. Maybe this thing literally grew in a matter of seconds. But regardless, this thing was like twice the size of a normal human, probably even a little bit taller than that. Pretty big boss, but it will not be like the main Easter egg ending boss fight if we have boss fights. It will not be the end-all be-all boss anyway. This will most probably be like the round-based boss, so it'll be the equivalent to a Magua, Panzer, that type of thing. And then it has like a huge stack on its back, so maybe in order to kill it, you shoot the stack. Maybe you have to use explosives on the back maybe. But again, this map looks like it only has melee weapons, so I'm not sure, like, you know, how that's going to work. You're going to have to get up close and personal with things like this. I would imagine there probably are going to be guns. Maybe you just start out with melee weapons and then you pick up guns, sort of like in Raven and Redwoods with Infinite Warfare zombies, which was actually a cool idea, and it would not surprise me if Treyarch went ahead and did a similar thing, especially for a map that's set in like almost like ancient Rome, I would say. Like I say, it's very reminiscent of the Colosseum. So in the Colosseum, if you didn't know, they would have bears and lions and other things like that who would fight prisoners, and they would starve these bears and lions and other animals. They would starve them for about 7 days before they go in and fight. So these prisoners who, you know, they'd probably done something wrong, they probably stole something, or probably something a little bit more heinous, but they would get put into the ring with these bears and lions and whatnot who'd been starved for a week, so they're even more pugnacious and more violent. They would then go and fight each other. The bears just, like the animals, not just the bears, but the animals, the bears and lions would use everything they've got, so they would have their claws, their mouth and everything, whereas the humans would just have a shield and a sword. And only 2% of people who went in the Colosseum would actually survive, and 98% of the people who went through all of that, which is a lot of people, ended up dying from being eaten by the animals or something else. And that's from what I can remember from my trip in Rome back like 10 years ago when I went. But it was just really interesting seeing this type of thing, and hopefully it'll be a similar situation. It looks like it is, with terms of like bringing the like soldiers, so like our 4 characters that we play, bringing those into the Colosseum after he's already like mutated like humans into zombies. It looks like it was his choice to mutate these people into zombies, which is very interesting to see. And it looks like it's actually done for people's entertainment. You then go into the middle and then you're fighting these zombies, and that's basically like a reimagined version of a real life event of what happened with the Colosseum, which is interesting because with Voyage of Despair, I'll go into it more tomorrow, but Voyage of Despair is set off for Titanic, again a real life event. And then we have Mob of the Dead or Blood of the Dead, which again is set off a real life event. It's from Alcatraz, which is the whole real life event thing in Black Ops 4 might be true throughout all the maps. Hence, it might be why Jason left Blood of the Dead be released in Black Ops 4 as opposed to Black Ops 3, because it's a real life event. He wanted it to stick to the same sort of series of real life event maps in Black Ops 4 as opposed to Black Ops 3. So if we get that, and maybe in DLC 1, 2, 3 and 4, if we just get in one map per, I think we could get potentially 2 maps per DLC. I'll go into another video in that again, talking about why we might get 2 maps in each DLC, just from what I've heard from other YouTubers. But it looks like they're going to base all of the maps, or the majority of the maps on this game, based off of real life events, twisted into a zombie-like lifestyle. So yeah, this is very exciting. And for those people who watched this trailer and thought why we got this, or what's happening, we have, when we go into zombies, 2 menus. So when we go into zombies, 2 menus, and one menu will be for this crew that we've just seen in this video. So Bruno, Diogo, whatever their names are, not Sally, but I can't, Scarlet, and then whatever the other dude's name is. So we've got an option for those, or we've got an option for the premise characters. So you'll be able to choose your pathway, and that's sort of why people think there's going to be 2 DLCs, 2 DLC maps per DLC. But we'll just have to see how it goes. For now, that'll be everything for this video. It'll be everything for this trailer. That was my original thoughts and opinion on this particular map. Overall, I think it's amazing. I think all the maps we've seen was amazing. I think this is going to be fantastic, so I cannot wait to get into the maps. This will probably be my first map to play. Either this or Blood of the Dead will be my first map to play. So yeah, super excited. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like rating. If you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe for more Call of Duty content. I'll do a lot of zombies, so if you like that type of thing, please do subscribe. Help me hit the 2,500 subscribers. And yeah, without further ado, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching the video, and peace out.
If I could take you up in paradise, if you will tell me